Hi, my name is Keir Swanepoel. I'm a partner at DHK, and I'd like to welcome Scape to Longkloof Precinct.
The first time I came here, I wasn't actually really to work in this precinct. It was actually to work just to look at City Varsity, which was occupying a couple of buildings in the precinct. So I came here to just see what their layout was. We were doing a project to relocate them to Rowan Street. Strange enough, the last site they bought, 32 Kloof, was the first project we actually started working on. And that's the one on Kloof Street itself. And it's because it's a smaller building, it's a kind of a speculative office building, and we could work on that. So it was never, the urban design kind of came about at a later time from my involvement. Let's call it incremental. Doing that is sometimes a little bit more difficult than you can imagine. You need in terms of your landscaping, the continuation of the public realm into the precinct. Not allowing cars on the precinct. So obviously, we were quite strategic in where the cars drove in on the upper portion of Park Street.
I came to site the one day, and I was very happy to have caught the builder midway to make this archway over here, this opening. They took they core drilled these pieces out, and they could slide these pieces of concrete out. And they were about to chop off all this and make it good. So with a hammer and make it plaster the whole thing. I saw them, and I caught them just in time before they started damaging these beautiful scallop shapes. We limited the vehicular interaction with the site completely, so just entering the top, and then having very generous tree-lined kind of spaces, nicely landscaped with pavers, cobbles, benches. So just you try and give people the visual cue that this is a place you are allowed to come into. No barriers. People are quite intimidated by precincts often. The language which we picked up on more carefully is the language of let's call it Longkloof Studios, which is Darters and Threshers, which is the old United Tobacco Company. So this precinct was effectively assembled at different times. So the United Tobacco Company, let's call it UTC, and they did these, we call them streaky bacon buildings with the red brick and the white vans. So I think what you're doing when you have a public precinct, sometimes the depressions in the landscape or the levels can actually form a kind of nice, area which defines your seating or defines your concession area. And it's not just a linear route. There's the points where you can pause and enjoy those spaces. So yes, it's quite a concept, reoccurring theme in this development. What we've done is really enhance the existing heritage and added to it and made it into a kind of very contemporary, kind of exciting, dynamic precinct. What surprised me coming onto the precinct initially was how hidden the bulk of the precinct was, effectively a blind spot between Kloof Street and Park Street. There's no real public understanding of what lay inside it unless you were a tenant in one of the buildings. When you're doing a project of this nature, you have to think long term and how people in the future are
10, 15 years time are going to kind of respond to this precinct. And obviously, we hope that it inspires people to kind of use the precinct. You arrive, it's active, lively, and we're hoping people of all ages, whether kids kind of come and hang out, or in the restaurants or cafes, or people are going to use the hotel, kind of they're going to come here and feel it's got character which is rooted in Cape Town. It's not you're not someone in Barcelona, or it's very much a Cape Townian experience. And there have been a lot of cues from the area, from Burkarp in terms of the interior design, or kind of the nature of the architecture in the area, the heritage on the site. So we really wanted people to come here and feel that they're in a rich cultural kind of heritage that Cape Town has to offer.